The Friendly Cloud, a tale of kindness and small acts of courage. High above the earth, in the bright blue sky, there floated a small, fluffy cloud named Cumulus. Unlike the bigger, stronger clouds that were always rushing to form big storms or cover vast parts of the sky, Cumulus was small and gentle. It loved to drift peacefully, watching the world below and admiring the beauty of the forests, rivers, and meadows. One day, as Cumulus was floating along with the other clouds, it noticed a wide field of flowers down below. The flowers had once been vibrant and colorful, but now they looked droopy and dry, their petals withering in the hot sun. Cumulus felt a little tug in its heart as it watched the flowers struggle. "Oh dear," the little cloud whispered to itself, "those flowers need water." Just then, a group of large clouds passed by, their heavy bellies full of rain. "Come on, Cumulus," they called out. "We're heading over the mountains to bring a storm. There's no time to stop." Cumulus watched the big clouds rush away, but it couldn't take its eyes off the wilting flowers below. They looked so sad, and Cumulus knew they wouldn't survive much longer without rain. "I can't just float away and leave them like this," Cumulus thought. "Maybe I'm not as big as the other clouds, but I can still help." Determined, Cumulus drifted down lower and lower until it was right above the field of flowers. The sun was beating down, and the soil was cracked and dry. The flowers' petals were curled up, and their stems drooped toward the ground. Cumulus could feel how thirsty they were. The little cloud gathered all the water droplets it had inside and began to gently sprinkle them down over the field. It wasn't a big storm or a heavy rain, just a soft, refreshing shower. The water fell like tiny pearls, soaking into the earth and washing over the flowers. As the cool rain touched their roots, the flowers slowly began to perk up. Their leaves unfurled and their stems straightened. Bright colors returned to their petals, yellows, purples, pinks, and blues, transforming the once wilting field into a vibrant garden once more. "Thank you, dear cloud," the flowers whispered as they stretched their leaves toward the sky, drinking in every last drop of water. "We were so thirsty. You saved us." Cumulus smiled from above, watching the flowers sway happily in the gentle breeze. It felt a warm glow inside, even though it had given away much of its own water. The little cloud had grown smaller, but it didn't mind at all. Seeing the flowers bloom so beautifully was worth it. After the shower, Cumulus floated quietly above the field, feeling proud of its choice to stay behind. The other clouds had moved on, far across the sky, but Cumulus had made a big difference, even though it was small. The flowers now stood tall, their colors brighter than ever, and the whole field seemed to hum with life. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Cumulus heard a soft voice from below. It was the oldest and tallest flower in the field, a sunflower that had watched over the others for many years. "Little cloud," the sunflower said kindly, "you have brought us back to life with your kindness. Because of you, we can bloom and grow once again. You may be small, but your heart is as big as the sky." Cumulus blushed at the sunflower's words. It hadn't realized how much joy it had brought to the flowers by staying behind and offering its rain. The little cloud felt lighter than air, not because of its fluffy form, but because of the happiness it had shared. "I'm glad I could help," Cumulus said softly. "Sometimes it's the little things that make the biggest difference." The flowers nodded in agreement, their petals glowing in the fading light. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, Cumulus drifted away, knowing it had made the right choice. It might not be the biggest or strongest cloud, but it had given what it could, and that had brought happiness to so many. From that day on, whenever Cumulus passed over the field, the flowers would look up and wave their petals in thanks, a reminder that kindness, no matter how small, could create beauty that bloomed brighter than anything else. Kindness, even in small acts, can bring great happiness and beauty to the world.